The research by Casinobi looked at monthly Google searches for 15 of the world TMS favorite royal weddings of the last century. A spokesperson for Casinobi commented, "Meghan Markle has been a fashion icon since she was catapulted onto the world stage when news broke of her romance with Prince Harry in 2016. The enduring popularity of her wedding dress, despite the wedding taking place almost 5 years ago, is a testament to the Duchess' trademark effortlessly elegant and timeless style." Despite leaving her official role as a working role, this study highlights her unwavering ability to keep the world's attention on her, not only through her actions but also through her iconic style. Close behind Meghan is Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, who came in second in the research TMS rankings. She received a not too shabby total of 47,000 global searches on average per month. The Duchess married Prince William 10 years ago, stunning onlookers in her Alexander McQueen dress made by Sarah Burton. Finishing third was the Duke of Cambridge TMS late mother, Princess Diana, who racked up 30,000 average monthly searches. The Princess of Wales married Prince Charles in the summer of 1981, over 4 decades ago. Further down the list at number 5 was Her Majesty the Queen, gathering up 7,700 average monthly searches. But just ahead of the monarch was Princess Beatrice, and for a particularly intriguing reason. Princess Beatrice's frock generated 6 times less than Meghan's, but is tied to the Queen's nuptials in a heartwarming nod to her grandmother's ceremony. Fourth place Princess Beatrice, who married her husband Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi in July 2020, also said her vows on the grounds of Windsor. She made history as the first royal bride to wear a previously seen wedding dress, gliding down the aisle in a vintage Norman Hartnell gown worn by the Queen. In 1947, when the Queen married her husband of over 70 years, Prince Philip, the dress TMS value was around 30,000. This figure has shot up to the equivalent of 1.2 million in today TMS currency. David Emanuel, who is known for his designs of Princess Diana TMS wedding dress, told Hello! That Beatrice's choice was a nod to the something borrowed part of a wedding tradition. He added that it could become an increasingly popular bridal trend. He said, "Beatrice's dress was very simple and natural, especially when you've seen the formality of royal brides through the ages. I thought it was lovely." He continued, "She is very privileged of Her Majesty the Queen to give her the gown. It just had a little puff sleeve, a panel at the bottom to update it. It was very clever and it should inspire a lot of brides." In a nifty tip for nostalgic or thrifty brides, he added, "Ask your relatives if they have a wedding dress that you can update without breaking the bank, or have a look in charity shops for a vintage piece." As a 95-year-old monarch with an astonishing sense of duty, the Queen is respected by royal watchers over the globe. She is also respected by her family. As the head of it, she is said to have close relationships with her children and grandchildren. One special relationship is with her grandson Prince William, who is second in line to the throne behind his father, Prince Charles, and will one day be king. There have been many reports over the years that suggest that Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Cambridge share a close relationship. They are often seen enjoying each other's company at royal events. Mr. Jackson said, "There's quite a few shots in the book with the Duke of Cambridge and the Queen. They obviously have an incredibly warm relationship." He added, "She's hugely respected by all the men in the family. It's evident when I catch a photo of them all." Of course, Trooping the Colour is the event where we see them all together on the balcony at Buckingham Palace. That's a big one for me as a royal photographer. It's lovely to look back over the years as you see additional members of the royal family. The children grow up, you see the interactions at occasions like that. On one hand, they are big pomp and ceremonial occasions, but on the other hand, you're watching a family interact with each other. It's those heartwarming moments that are nice to capture as a royal photographer. Ms. Garibaldi asked, "What is it like getting those balcony shots? I can imagine it's stressful as you're at a distance." Mr. Jackson stated, "It can be challenging. One of the things I love about being a royal photographer is the different styles of photography." As the Queen ages, it seems that William is gaining more responsibility in order to take some of the pressure off his grandmother. In recent months, William has stood in for the Queen at many royal engagements. Clarence House Twitter account has shared several images from inside the home of Prince Charles and Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. In one of the images, there is a picture of the Duke of Sussex dressed in his military uniform. The images were shared as Clarence House begins welcoming official visitors and features musical instruments, family photographs and works of art. Prince Harry served in the army for 10 years, rising to the rank of captain and undertaking 2 tours of Afghanistan. Prince Harry passed his Regular Commissions Board, RCB, the qualification necessary to train at Sandhurst, in September 2004. After completing a period of work experience, Prince Harry entered the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in May 2005 to begin his training as an officer cadet. During the 44-week training course in Camberley, Surrey, Prince Harry was known as Officer Cadet Wales. The course is highly demanding and involves both theory and tough physical training. On 25 January 2006, Clarence House announced that Prince Harry was to join the Blues and Royals. The Queen, accompanied by the Duke of Edinburgh, took the salute at the Sovereign's Parade at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst. On 28 February 2008, the Ministry of Defence confirmed that Prince Harry had been serving with the British Army in Helmand, Afghanistan for more than 2 months. Following the crisis in Afghanistan, and the disaster in Haiti, Meghan Markle and Harry issued a statement on the Archewell website. They said, "When any person or community suffers, a piece of each of us does so with them, whether we realize it or not. And though we are not meant to live in a state of suffering, we, as a people, are being conditioned to accept it. It's easy to find ourselves feeling powerless, but we can put our values into action together." The statement added, "We recognize that many of you may feel helpless right now as you watch the state of the world spin rapidly. It can feel disorienting and defeating, but we have faith in the power of shared purpose, action, and commitment to our collective well-being." See below for live updates. 7:35 AM update, this blog is now closed. See today's updates here. 6:50 AM update, Kate Middleton's squeaky childhood nickname shared with her pet guinea pigs. Kate Middleton used to go by an adorable nickname during her younger days. While Kate, 39, is now known as the Duchess of Cambridge, she went by a very different title at St Andrew's School in Pangbourne, Berkshire. She attended from 1986 to 1995 with sister Pippa. During those years, the two sisters had a pair of guinea pigs. Kate unveiled the names of her childhood pets to pupils upon returning in 2012. According to the Mirror, she said, "There was one called Pip and one called Squeak because my sister was called Pippa and I was Squeak." 4:43 AM update, Prince William's bizarre favorite pizza inspired by Indian cuisine. Bit of flavor. Prince William loves a curry. In fact, he enjoys it so much that a palace chef used to make the prince a pizza with curry topping. Former royal chef Darren McGrady told Hello, "I made pizza all the time for William. In my second cookbook, The Royal Chef at Home, there TMS a chicken tikka masala pizza recipe, because he loves Indian food." The pizza combined the two. The Duke of Cambridge has talked in the past about his dislike for spicy food, but he enjoys a mild curry. 3:40 AM update, one of our first visitors Kate Middleton lays bare Queen's adorable bond with Charlotte. Kate Middleton spoke about the Queen's admiration for Princess Charlotte. During a teaser for ITV TMS documentary for the Queen TMS 90th birthday, Our Queen at 90 trademark, Kate Middleton shared the Queen TMS admiration for Princess Charlotte. In the documentary, the Duchess gave her first television interview since getting engaged to Prince William. Kate said of her birth, "Think as soon as we came back here to Kensington, she was one of our first visitors here. She added, "I think she TMS very fond of Charlotte. She TMS always watching what she TMS up to." 1:40 am update, Prince Harry warned people are beginning to see through hypocrisy after latest blunder. Prince Harry has been accused of being out of touch after taking a private jet to play polo match, despite repeatedly voicing the impact of climate change on the environment. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been branded huge hypocrites after the Duke took a private jet to play a polo match in Aspen, Colorado. The couple have repeatedly spoken about the climate change emergency and recently described it as one of the most pressing issues facing our generation. Royal expert Angela Levin told Talk Radio, "It shows A, that they're out of touch, but B, they're huge hypocrites. They tell us all in the world what we have to do, it's very important and we must do it, but they don't think they're involved in that. They have exceptions because they are so grand and so important." 11:05 p.m. update, Queen danced the Congo's monarch let hair down in most memorable night of her life. The Queen snuck out of Buckingham Palace in disguise as she joined the British public to celebrate victory in Japan Day, where she danced the conga in the most memorable night of her life, according to a royal expert. Speaking to the Royally Obsessed podcast, co-host Roberta Fiorito explored the story of how a young Queen Elizabeth, then Princess Elizabeth, and her sister the late Princess Margaret broke out of Buckingham Palace on a number of occasions during celebrations for Victory in Japan Day and Victory in Europe Day respectively. But the host highlighted how on VJ Day the Queen reportedly danced the conga with the public as she dressed in disguise to soak up the memorable nights. Isabella Marsons is taking over from Katie Harris. 10 p.m. update, Camilla's dark days are behind her. The Duchess of Cornwall faced significant scrutiny in earlier years of her relationship with Prince Charles. But according to a royal expert, Camilla has won over the public and the dark days are now behind her. Writing in The Telegraph, Associate Editor Camilla Tominey said, "Half a century on, having softened her look and uncomplainingly got on with the job, the 74-year-old Duchess has slowly won over the British public and is now the 10th most popular member of the royal family, with a higher approval rating than Harry and Meghan." The dark days of being the third-person trademark in the Prince and Princess of Wales TMS marriage are well behind her. 8:45 p.m. update, Harry TMS memoir branded form of therapy trademark for Duke during his mental health crusade. Prince Harry's tell-all memoir, due for release next year, has been suggested as some sort of therapy by a royal expert. The Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers told the Pod Save the Queen podcast, "Nobody is going to come off unscathed here. Maybe this is some sort of therapy for Harry where he can unburden himself, but nobody in the royal family is going to come off unscathed. And that TMS why there is going to be such a degree of nervousness about this book." 8:25 p.m. update, Meghan and Harry face very busy period ahead as they return to work. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have a very busy period ahead as they return to work following their parental leave, according to a royal commentator. Omid Scobie, author of Finding Freedom, told Good Morning America, "We saw them jump from one big project to the next, especially when they moved over to the US, but they're on parental leave at the moment, enjoying that important family time from home. But we are about to enter a very busy period for the couple when they do return to work. We will see those first projects from Spotify, the Netflix project coming out, and of course their own work from their charitable organization Actual." 6:30 p.m. update, royal family was intimidated by buzz over Meghan. The royal family's feud with Meghan Markle shows just how bad the jealousy was after she immediately created a huge buzz after becoming engaged to Prince Harry. Meghan shocked palace aides by immediately voicing her opinion and generating a huge buzz in the media, a royal expert claimed. Despite media scrutiny usually being intense for all royal women, the firm were intimidated by Meghan and either wanted her to be disciplined or to leave the royal family. 5:45 p.m. update, Norwegian princess tests positive for COVID. Norway's Princess Ingrid Alexandra has tested positive for coronavirus, according a statement from the country's royal family. Ingrid, 17, is isolating at her family TMS home, the Skorgum estate, after testing positive for COVID. Parents Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess Mette Marit and her younger brother Prince Savara Magnusson have tested negative. 5:20 p.m. update, Anne and Zara delight as they prepare to host treasured event at home. Princess Anne hopes to welcome thousands of visitors at her private home next year as the royals' beloved Festival of British Eventing is due to make a post-pandemic comeback. Anne and her daughter Zara Tyndall are both keen equestrians, and the Princess Royal hosted the key British Eventing Festival in the grounds of her Gloucestershire estate for years until the pandemic put a stop to it. The prestigious event was due to take place this year from August 6-8, but had to be cancelled, due to the ongoing COVID crisis. Regular vendors are hoping to return to the festival in 2022, according to a report on the Hello website. 4:15 p.m. update, Eugenie sends royal fans into frenzy with sweet gesture towards Meghan. Princess Eugenie surprised royal fans by announcing her participation in Meghan Markle's 40 by 40 initiative, which was aimed to help women remobilize for the workforce. Royal fans were left exhilarated after Eugenie announced that she would be supporting Dear Meghan with her 40 by 40 initiative. Meghan launched her latest project as part of her 40th birthday celebrations with an initiative that aims to help unemployed women re-enter the workforce. 3:05 p.m. update, should Queen make Prince Andrew give up all his titles? Prince Andrew appears set to keep his honorary title as Colonel of the Grenadier Guards. Express.co.uk wants to know whether you think he should. Click here to vote in our online poll. Katie Harris taking over. Live reporting from Stephen Brown. 2:45 p.m. update, Prince Harry TMS memoir branded form of therapy trademark for Duke during his mental health crusade. Prince Harry's tell-all memoir, due for release next year, has been suggested as some sort of therapy by a royal expert. Harry is expected to cover his upbringing, his military and royal family careers, and his newfound role as a husband and father. The Mirror TMS royal editor Russell Myers told the Pod Save the Queen podcast that all members of the firm will be affected by the memoir. He said, "Nobody is going to come off unscathed here. Maybe this is some sort of therapy for Harry where he can unburden himself, but nobody in the royal family is going to come off unscathed. And that TMS why there is going to be such a degree of nervousness about this book." 2:30 p.m. update, serious damage to monarchy. Queen warned allowing Andrew to keep titles is huge risk. Queen Elizabeth II has been warned allowing Prince Andrew to keep his titles and patronages is a huge risk. The Duke of York was forced to step back from royal life in 2019 following a disastrous interview with the BBC over his relationship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. However, the Queen has ensured Andrew will keep his honorary military titles despite stepping back from public duties, the Sunday Times reported. But now, Richard Palmer, Daily Express royal correspondent, has warned that allowing Andrew to keep his patronages would risk serious damage to the monarchy. Mr. Palmer tweeted, "It was my understanding earlier this week that Prince Andrew would lose all of his patronages eventually, but the wheels often turn slowly at the palace. Allowing Andrew to keep patronages after refusing to cooperate with legal inquiries would risk serious damage to the monarchy." 2 p.m. update, Harry to ignore gnashing of teeth over memoir clash with Queen's Platinum Jubilee. Prince Harry's decision to publish his memoir in the same year as the Queen's Platinum Jubilee will cause a gnashing of teeth but is likely at the right time, Express.co.uk was told. Marlene Koenig, a royal expert, said that while she could see why Harry might want to publish his memoirs in 2022, there would be no shortage of anger aimed in his direction. She told Express.co.uk, "There will be people who will argue that he shouldn't do it, who say, 'Harry, I know you want to tell your story, but don't you think you might want to wait another year to get more into this book, to also talk about what it's like to be living in California? Adjusting from that life where your life is defined, now you get up in the morning and you can decide what coffee you're going to drink and you can probably get it yourself. But I'm not going to be in the camp that says he did this because of the Platinum Jubilee. I think it's coincidence, and that it would have happened regardless simply because right now is the best time. The interest is still very high in the two of them, so why not? It just happens to be on the Jubilee. I'm sure there's gnashing of teeth, but I just think from a perspective in terms of value, I could be wrong, but this would be the time to do it because the attention is still fresh and the story is still fresh. 1:35 p.m. update. Prince Harry wanted to be more important than William since Eton's bad boy days. Prince Harry has been called over hanging out with the bad boys at Eton amid a claim from royal commentator Angela Levin that the Duke always wanted to be more important than William. Royal commentator Angel Levin has shut down Prince Harry over the Duke's bad boy streak, which the author linked back to his time at Eton College. Ms. Levin argued Harry was no using his ability to do and say what he liked outside the royal family to enjoy being naughty. She added that the Duke of Sussex was also motivated by a need to be more important than his brother Prince William. 12:35 p.m. update. Prince Harry branded fake eco-warrior as he jets off on private plane to play polo. Prince Harry has been called a hypocrite on social media after taking a 20-seater private jet to Colorado, months after preaching about the impact of climate change. Social media users have taken to Twitter to accuse Prince Harry of being a fake eco-warrior after he took a private jet to play polo with friends in Aspen, Colorado. The Duke of Sussex boarded the $45 million Gulfstream jet, despite him and Meghan Markle warning months ago that climate change was one of the most pressing issues we are facing. One Twitter user wrote, "Yesterday, Prince Harry took a private jet home from a polo match after lecturing us all about how climate change is one of the world's most pressing issues." 11:55 a.m. update. Queen delighted as changing of guard returns for first time since lockdown. Queen Elizabeth II has been left delighted after the changing of the guard returned for the first time since lockdown. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the changing of the guard event was halted, marking the longest break since World War II. Today, the ceremony has got underway in a sign that Britain is returning to normality. Changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace is the ceremony where the Queen's Guard hands over responsibility for protecting Buckingham Palace and St. James's Palace to the new guard. 10:40 a.m. update. Prince Harry set to drop nuclear bomb trademark on his relationship with the royal family. Prince Harry's memoir is set to drop a nuclear bomb on his relationship with the firm and suggests he does not want to resolve differences with his family, according to a royal commentator. Anne Gripper said, "I remember one of our listeners saying the Oprah interview blew up the bridges. Given how hard he has been in what he has said since, you can't imagine him rowing back very far. You think the memoir will be more detailed, or expanding on the Oprah interview, or justification on why he felt that way. So having burned bridges with the Oprah interview, this is going to drop a nuclear bomb on the remains. Maybe he doesn't TMT want to rebuild the relationship with his family. But on Oprah, it sounded like he did want to take some space, take some time, work out where he was and, eventually, rejoin that relationship." 10 a.m. update. Meghan and Harry make UK return even less likely with global campaign bid. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have attempted to boost their global profile after partnering with aid organisations in Afghanistan and Haiti as their return to the UK looks less likely. Amid the ongoing turmoil in Afghanistan and Haiti, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have partnered with several humanitarian organisations through their Archewell Foundation to provide aid relief to people in the regions. The couple partnered with Women for Afghan Women, WAW, the largest organisation in Afghanistan, to help efforts to evacuate women and children out of the country following the Taliban takeover. The couple, who stepped down from the royal family last year and relocated to California, also partnered with World Central Kitchen. This global organization provides meals to countries recovering from natural disasters, most recently the 7.2 magnitude earthquake in Haiti last week. 9:35 a.m. update. At last, Britons and Americans agree on Harry and Meghan. Poll delivers damning verdict. Prince Harry must meet his father and brother face to face to find an end to their family feud once and for all, an exclusive poll reveals today. People in Britain and America also think the family should resolve any differences they have had in the past and in private. They also want Harry and Meghan to stop commenting publicly on global issues. Additionally, On both sides of the Atlantic, most feel the Queen should respond to claims that she did not do enough to address Harry and Meghan's racism allegations. The survey found almost 3/4 of those polled in both countries want the Duke of Sussex to negotiate with his brother and father. 8:35 AM update, 2,000 engagements a year, what the royal family do. From charity work to day jobs, the royal family are seen in paparazzi photos and dominate the headlines most days, but the job of being a royal is incredibly tough. The Queen's calendar is filled with various activities known by the term engagements trademark. Engagements include hosting heads of state, taking diplomatic trips, throwing parties at palaces, opening new sessions of parliament, and presenting citizens with awards. Despite being 93 years old at the time, the Queen attended 295 engagements in 2019, while Prince William carried out 220 and the Duchess of Cambridge went to 126. 8 AM update, Princess Charlotte title. The 3 occasions which will see Charlotte's title changed. The 6-year-old's title incorporates Cambridge because her father is the Duke of Cambridge. But in the future, Charlotte's royal title could undergo many changes. Princess Charlotte will likely be known as Her Royal Highness Princess Charlotte of Wales when Prince Charles ascends to the throne. William may also decide to award Princess Charlotte with the Princess Royal title when he becomes king. Royal expert and author of Prince Harry, The Inside Story, Duncan Larkham, told townandcountrymag.com, the title of Princess Royal is traditionally bestowed on the eldest daughter of the monarch. It is a title that remains for life, so Princess Charlotte will have to wait at least until the death of the current Princess Royal. She could also receive a new title if she marries.